Welcome to the live stream, Arm Wrestling fans. I'm Pradeep Singh reporting to you some of the recent news in this live format. So, what's up? Let's see. America friendly stream BPJ. It is true, it is not my fault that most of the things right now are happening in North America, and most of the famous guys are from North America. And the other fact that I cannot really understand the European languages all adds up to any arm wrestling channel except from Europe being primarily focused on North America. Do we have any live viewers? I think nobody's live. That is strange. Okay. So recently, Michael Todd announced his next event, Monster Factory event, and this time it is not going to be a pay per view. This time it is going to be free for everyone to watch. July 9th is the date, and there will be four main matches. Match number 1 will be BJ Fokakis versus Porlin. The winner, both of them are winners from the first event. Match number 2 is going to be, what was really match number 2? So the main event is John Brezink versus Corey West, and the match before that is going to be Michael Todd versus Todd Hutchings. And I'm forgetting another match. Let me just check. It is, Craig Tullier versus Roger Cunningham. I think this is really good. Monster Michael Todd in the house. Good evening. Thank you very much, brother, for joining. And I'm not sure if Michael has done this intentionally or not, but he has given chances to all the winners. I think Craig Tullier is also a winner from his last super match, if I remember correctly, against Dallas Langston in the Utah event. I think Craig Tullier was also the winner, and Roger Cunningham, right? So all of them are winners. Michael is a winner from his recent match. John Brezink won 2 super matches recently, and Todd Hutchings won recently. Roger Cunningham won recently. Craig Tullier, if I'm correct, he also won against Dallas Langston. This is the only one that I'm not so sure about. So all of them are winners. Good to see the winners getting chances. Like, popularity and fame is one thing, but giving winners chances is another thing. Like, if you see the king of the table events, most of the guys in the event are people who have lost their previous matches. This was true for the first and second East versus West event. Anyways, any match is good match to see. 16 concurrent viewers. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Looks like a great card. Thank you, MMT. It is really amazing, and it is going to be free to watch. Like I mentioned in my previous video, that this is clearly going to be the most watched live stream, not only just in terms of the total overall views, but also in terms of the concurrent viewers, how many people were watching live at a time. This is definitely going to be over 10,000. So, and I don't think any arm wrestling live stream has ever achieved 10,000 viewers at a time. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Carl Superman Stanley is also going to be on the card against Austin Jaggers, if I remember correctly. I have one question, Michael, if you are still there. Why do we need to mention that there is any undercard if all the matches are free to watch? Just mention that you have 10 awesome super matches. I don't think there is any need to mention that there is an undercard. Big Frank, Cunningham Tuglord is a beast, cannot wait, definitely. Thank you for great matches. MMT in the house, looks like a great card. Good evening, Monster Bacon. Benjamin Yo-Yo, Benjamin is also here. Paul Lynn. Is it a PPV on Mike's channel? No. Like, I also messaged Ryan, but Ryan was saying that it is going to be a pay-per-view on July 9th. It is not going to be a pay-per-view. It is going to be absolutely free to watch. This is the most amazing thing about such an awesome card. Yes, it is free. What other news? And like the last 2 live streams I watch all of Michael's videos and all the live streams. And he has been very respectful. Michael, if you're still there, you have been very respectful in the last 2 live streams. And then I kind of fall for what I also do. Like, whenever somebody says something negative about me, I reply in the comments a very positive word, and it almost always changes their behavior. So I have said something negative about Michael, and in last 2 live streams I saw that he was really supportive, like he was very respectful, and then somehow suddenly I immediately feel like an idiot myself, like why I was doing all the trash talking and everything. Anyways, everything is good. It is kind of my negativity from the personality that comes out, that I start on not so good level with everyone, and towards the end I became friends with everyone, almost everyone. Not everyone, but almost everyone. Taiko Rodriguez, Todd Hutchings need train his press. I will be asking this question to Todd Hutchings. Will you be having a riser against Michael Todd? Like, if I were Todd Hutchings, of course, I do not know anything about arm wrestling, but I would for sure call a rising platform so that maybe, just maybe, I can access my press. Yep, free. Yes. Carl Stanley, myself, and Austin Jaggers. Yeah, left-handed. Oh, okay, it is left-handed. I forgot to mention that in my video. Thanks, brother, for the information. Michael is a gentleman to his fans and his friends and family. Michael used to reply to my messages like 2 years ago. Once I asked him to measure the straps for me, like the WL straps, newer ones, the wider ones after the Jerry match, and the previous ones, the thinner ones. He actually used a scale, measured both of the straps, and clicked a photo and sent it to me. I will never forget that thing ever. Like, why does a legend who is so famous in arm wrestling needs to do that for me? But he did. There is not a difference except for compensation. Those on the undercard will be wearing their own sponsors apparel. Main card wears our apparel, okay, and there will be a bit of break in between the two. Right, got it. Got it. Undercards are also good, like in your first event, to excite the viewers to purchase the pay-per-view. But this time it is not a pay-per-view. Undercards are good. Makes sense. Maybe you haven't mentioned, maybe it could be about match fees also, or winner bonus also, something like that, which may not be available to the undercard athletes. I'm just guessing. They are wearing 9-line apparel. From what Michael just told us, it is from about the main card, the 4 guys. They will be wearing 9-line apparel. This is what I'm assuming. You won't want to miss the event. Best card of 2020. Nobody is going to miss the event, Carl Stanley. Bully the Bully. Hey guys, welcome. Benjamin Mack is also in the house. When you coming by, call again, MMT. Okay, Michael went to your place. Did I miss any chat? I hope I didn't. So usually I do not go live on this time. For me, it is Monday morning, almost 9 a.m. But I just came from my night shift around 8:15. So I had to quickly just get freshened up and then start my live stream after eating some food. So this is an unusual time for my live streams. Do you get offended by people making fun of your accent? No, absolutely not. Like, literally no. I laugh with them. I absolutely love it when anybody tries to mimic my accent or Indian accent. But whenever somebody tries to mimic Indian accent, they are generally going with the South Indian accent, like, which is completely like poles apart from the North Indian accent. Just you can watch some videos on YouTube about South Indian accent and North Indian accent. And another reason why I just laugh it off, it doesn't bother me, is because I truly believe that language is a means to communicate your feelings, nothing else. Like, if I'm able to speak clearly enough that you are able to understand what I want to say, I think it is more than sufficient. Language is not a like fancy thing or something. It is just a means to communicate. If I'm able to communicate, it is well worth it. He is a genuine, humble dude. Stacey, I wanted to reply to the YouTube silver play button, gold play button. You told me very correctly, like, how many silver play buttons are there in the world. And Michael is about to get to 100,000 subscribers. I'm kind of worried. I also, like, some people don't like those things. I would also love to have a silver play button, 100,000 subscribers. But my worry, my chinta, as we call it in Hindi, is that maybe YouTube will change it to 100,000, from 100,000 to 1 million subscribers by the time I get to 100,000 subscribers. Because in 2-3 years from now, like, a lot of people will be having 100,000 subscribers, and it wouldn't really mean anything. So maybe they will shift the silver play button to 1 million subs. This is my fear. I may be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. By the way, if you guys just watched it or not, I don't know. Pro Panja League. I'm rocking Pro Panja League shirt. Mr. Praveen Dabas sent me a cool hamper, cool package. And if you don't know Pro Punja League, just search it on YouTube. Great production value. Michael Todd was also supposed to go there, but due to quarantine rules in India, 7 days quarantine, it wasn't worth making that trip for Michael. So they've sent me this shirt, cool mug, and pen, Pro Punja League pen, caps, lots of caps, and lots of other exciting stuff. Zipper, everything. The Monster card was amazing. Yes, it was. I remember when Monster Michael Todd accepted my video call, I was like, wow, I'm literally talking to the champ. This is the great thing about arm wrestling that may spoil people like me. Yeah, like I can talk to any pro arm wrestler, at least in North America, and they would reply to my comments. This I'm also accepting this thing that maybe this can spoil people like me, that we may start thinking that we are entitled to those things, but we are not. But hopefully by the time these athletes grow to a large enough social media following and they get busy enough that they cannot reply to the comments, by that time maybe people like me will be great friends with those legends, so that we can still continue being in touch with them. We are lucky, we are blessed to be starting in arm wrestling when the community was really small. So thanks to the arm wrestling community. He's a genuine humble dude, definitely. Yela Shaska, you look like an Oblivion Imperial. Oblivion is also a PC game. There are a lot of Oblivion memes, Oblivion NPC characters. I want to play that game. Where can I watch this event? So it is going to be on July 9th on Michael Todd's channel. Pradeep is the man. Knew you had potential from day one. Benjamin Mack, thank you very much, brother. I knew that I had potential from, I would say, day 100, definitely not day 1. Arkansas is gonna be home of USA Supermatch PPVs. Definitely looks like it is going to be. Hit the like button, peeps. 35 viewers only. Maybe it is the time. Usually I get more than 100. Anyways, at least I can read all the chats. Gotta be the most fan interactive sport out there for sure, definitely. I'm not so sure how long these arm wrestlers are going to be that way. Like I'm assuming when actors are really small, like Bollywood or Hollywood actors or other UFC fighters, when they have 100,000 subscribers like Michael or 500,000 subscribers like Devon, what they're replying to all the comments back then when they were also not so big, or like right now they're not replying to everyone. I'm quite sure about that. But I always wanted to know like how those athletes were when they were in this place in the beginning stages. I'm sure I left at least 1 or 2 chats. Yes. Bully the Bull, hey guys. Big Frank, congrats Monster. This is likely a life-changing card for the MMT family. Awesome. I always keep telling my wife that look at Rebecca Todd. She edits all the videos for Michael and you do not edit anything for me. Last night I got my wife to edit a video for me. So thanks to her. And thanks to Rebecca and Michael for showing us that there is an example. It can be done. Arm wrestling is the sport where you can find all of the greats in someone's backyard pulling for free with fans. True. They will be wearing Monster Factory jerseys, right? Do you get offended? Okay, I read that. Great interview with Devon Laird, GB1919. Thank you very much, brother. I prepared for that for many hours, I would say. Like I had all the 30 questions prepared. He's a genuine number. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. RC Holic. Thank you very much, brother. Trey Suit. Okay, read this comment already. Benjamin Mack. I love your channel. It is where I get my news for arm wrestling as a new fan to the sport outside of athlete channels like Devon and MMT. Thank you very much, guys. And I definitely need to improve on some things. Like, first of all, I make many mistakes. I've recently started making many mistakes because I'm always in a hurry to upload a video. Like, I never have enough time, but I need to give it a time and stop thinking about uploading quickly. I make small mistakes like East versus West 3. Instead of that, I would say East versus West 2. Like the last time I mentioned, instead of saying Dave Chaffee versus Alex Cordecha, I said Alex Cordecha versus Vitaly Lelatin. Like I can correct those things, but yes, it is virtual. Like I use this moving screen in my videos, and right now I don't think in Zoom there is any option to use videos behind you. So if you watch my last video, Michael, I've used this same background and it is a moving video. It looks really cool. So for live stream I'm using only screenshots. There is a green screen behind me. Yes, Benjamin Mac, it is a green screen. The green screen videos take some time to edit, but it is good if your room is small like me and you do not have like very well defined decorated background. Like it is just an Almira behind me. So green screen helps a lot. Everyone watch out, there is a monster in the chat. Mrs. Monster says hello to Trey Sweet. Where is Trey Sweet? How can I miss his okay, Sweet. I don't know how to pronounce that. Will you do live comment for King of the Table 3? Yes, I will. Like me commentating live on matches is a very clear thing till now. Like I don't see there is any point in commentating on live streams that are free to watch. Like I will not take any names, but people have started doing that. If it is free to watch, I am not so sure what is the point in stealing the views from the original content creators, and you are just talking over it. Like if I can understand, like there are some people who wants to listen to your commentary instead of listening to the other guys, but it is never going to be on live time. Like the matches that you are going to see on your phone and the audio that you are going to hear from me, it is going to be at least 5 to 7 seconds lag between them, maybe even 10 seconds lag. So there is no point in commentating over something that is free. Like I right now, maybe my mindset will change, but right now I'm quite sure that I will not be commentating live on Michael Todd's channel, because if I go live during that time, at least 200 250 people will be watching, and those 250 people will not be watching Michael's live stream. So I do not want to take anything away from that live stream. If it is a pay-per-view, I'll definitely commentate on that, because there are some people who cannot afford to watch it. For them, the commentary should be there. So yes, I will be doing live commentating for King of the Table 3 because it is $10 to buy. And you are a sleepy, right? What does a sleepy mean, Ankur Banerjee? I do not really know, but I slept at 4 a.m., woke up at around 5:45, I would say. So 1 hour 45 minutes of sleep, and here I am at 9 a.m. doing this live stream. What is your real world profession? I've answered that quite a few times. Top Dog X99. I work as a scammer in a fake tech support company. So everyone watch out, there's a monster in the chat. I hope I didn't miss any chat. Trey Sweet, hello to y'all, hope you're doing well. Mrs. Monster calls me Trey Sweet. Okay, she came up with a nickname by mistake. Okay. How much cash prize winner get in the event? I don't think any promoter will reveal that. Like I've seen sometimes that athletes reveal that. With the Todd Hutchings, you can figure it out. Like my assumption for Todd Hutchings will be around $6,000. This is what I'm assuming. I will watch the event and Aussie both. If there is a few seconds lag, it is worth it. Which is good. Honestly, kind of worked out. Okay, what worked out? How do you think the current version of John Brzezinski will fare against Todd Hutchings or Zurab Tabrizi if they were to pull now? Like comparing the Paul Lynn John Brzezinski and Paul Lynn Ron Bath and Paul Lynn Ron Bath Zurab Tabrizi matches. Man, if like A beats B, B beats C works, then John Brzezinski is absolutely going to destroy Zurab Tabrizi in that match. And Ron was able to take his wrist in a king's move, so I'm quite sure that John can do it in center table. Warning, your antivirus is expired and you are vulnerable. Right, definitely. My PC don't have antivirus. Wait, you work as a scammer? Yes, you can. You can't. You see that? It is quite obvious. We will finish watching tomorrow. Okay, have had a grand kicks and we are worn out. Good night all. Thank you very much, brother, for joining. I really appreciate that. And Michael shared my video on his Facebook and I was totally shocked and surprised. Man, what is happening? Like amazing. Cannot believe that. You're a criminal. Innocent until proven guilty. Good night, Michael. Good night. Criminal is someone who gets caught. My first funda is never get caught. Is Todd Hutchings top 10 in the world rank? No, I don't think so. Stacy Morgan in the house. So yes, as I was saying that Michael is Michael shared my video on his Facebook. Like I was totally surprised to see that, and it kind of like kills any hate or any harsh feelings that you may have towards someone. Like when someone does that to you, like it was really pleasant surprise for me. Hey Pradeep, what do you think about Corey West versus John? Seems like a mismatch. I would not say it is a mismatch, but John Brissing definitely has to be a favorite in that match because Trey Suit, what is your scammer name? No, I'm not going to tell you that. It is a secret, top secret, I would say. So Corey versus John. Yes, as I was saying that John has to be the favorite in that match because the last time, more than a year ago, when they gripped up, yes, Corey West did compete in a tournament, but we also know that he won that comfortably. Like it wasn't even close. Nobody was even close to Corey West, and he just almost flash pinned everyone in that tournament. After that, John and Corey gripped up, and they were in a hook, and Corey went sideways, and only Corey West's body moved. Like John's arm did not move from the center. And also John cannot also pin him, but it was like looking like 50-50 in a hook. And everyone was shouting, like I think it was Corey West's wife. She was like cheering Corey West up. So I'm quite sure that both of them were going at about 95% par at least. Hats off, brother, that you are able to talk straight even after 2 hours of sleep. Yeah, I would be sleeping everywhere and anywhere. I don't feel sleepy at all. Like I have to force myself to sleep every time. Like I've had 2 hours of sleep, less than 2 hours of sleep, and I have to force myself to sleep even tonight if I do not sleep throughout the day today as well. Dang, Pradeep has secrets. Do more live Q&A. Okay, one step up. Sure. So yes, Carlos, I think John should be a favorite. I would say 55-45 against Corey West. Respect your truthfulness, brother. More power. I'm just kidding, man. I'm not a scammer. Respect for your truthfulness. Do you train for arm wrestling? There is my pulley. I got a table right now and a pulley, and I'm so lazy that I've not installed that pulley for about 2 weeks now. Maybe I'll get the drill machine from somewhere today. I'll call the electrician. I got a drill machine, but it was not like big enough to install a pulley in my ball. Yes, I will definitely be training, but right now I was training for arm wrestling, but I have not done any table practice, only one table practice in past few months, and literally no gym sessions in last 5-6 months. So yeah, Michael also shared it on YouTube. Oh my god. I was not aware of that. That is just amazing stuff too. No, Monster Michael Todd. 38 in the house watching live. Please thumbs up, guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like I'm quite sure few of you may not have subscribed to this channel. If you want almost daily, I upload one video almost daily, and I'm going to continue to do that. So please subscribe and press the bell icon. You will not miss any major update from the arm wrestling world. And I'm not like someone who will just read out the matches. Like Michael Todd has announced 4 matches. These are the matches. July 9th is the date. I'm always going to tell you more about the event from whatever little experience I have learned in these last 3 years about arm wrestling. We would like to, yes, I have uploaded one video on my channel about my first arm wrestling event, nationals tournament in 2019. I think I will have to upload that again because it was uploaded when the channel was new, so it has only got 300-400 views maybe. Maybe you can search Pradeep Singh arm wrestling. There you can see my first match. Think you have the genetic potential to be best in India under 80 kgs? No, I do not think so. Like my weight, yeah, weight is around that, but like really, really skinny wrists. But people have done amazing stuff with skinny wrists. Maybe Jordan Davis from Australia with would be a like exaggerated example. He's very tall also. I'm not like 6'3" like him. What's your body weight? If I compete right now, I would cut down to 78 kilos, I would say. But right now, I'm a very fat 86, 87 kilo guy. Pradeep is a secret agent mad for the Indian government. Quite possible, quite possible. Derek Stewart, I thought it was a pay per view. I don't understand where is the free thing. So, Derek Stewart, it is free because you may have seen in the first live stream there were commercials in Michael's pay-per-view event during the live streams, which is a very good thing. Like if you go to the promoter saying that, hey, this is the guy that is going to compete here, Todd Hutchings, John Brezink and me, and there are the matches when they have competed in the past, over 1 million views their videos had got. Like at least 1 million people are going to watch that. If you combine that on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, the event is going to get probably 10 million views. And during that 10 million views, during every match, or maybe even between the rounds, I'm not sure they can do it between the rounds or not, but between every match, all the 10 matches, there will be your commercials. So there is your first commercial spot. On the first undercard, it is going to cost you promoters, let's say $200, because the viewers will be less in the beginning. The last commercial part, right when the John Brezink versus Corey West match is going to start, then there will be 10-15,000 viewers at a time. So that spot is going to cost you, say, $5,000 for an advertisement of 1 minute or 30 seconds, something like that. So I think that this is a really, really great like method of implementing the pay-per-view, the sponsorship in arm wrestling, because we are underestimating millions of views. Right now arm wrestling matches have started getting over 1 million views, and we should definitely utilize that. Like in a 1 million view video, I'm quite sure very big sponsors are also going to jump in. Like arm wrestling has not provided those 1 million views videos constantly in the past, and right now we are at a stage where we can with almost certain confidence say that the video is going to get 1 million views, like Todd Hutchings versus Michael Todd. Quite possibly combined on Facebook and YouTube, it is definitely going to get over 1 million views. Same thing with John Brezink match. So I think this is how they are utilizing it. So sponsors are paying for everything. I just subscribed to your channel and liked the video. Zenzu, thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate it. As I've said in my previous videos, that other arm wrestlers have talent and hard work on their side. I only have you guys who are watching my videos. If you are not doing that, I'm nothing. So thank you very much for that. Blessed. If you could train with any arm wrestler, who would it be? Is the logo visible or not? It should be visible. So I have these weird dreams. Like I once top rolled Michael Todd left-handed. I top rolled Engin Toddzilla left-handed in my dreams. So these are the guys that I've trained with in my dreams. So maybe I would like to train with them. Michael and Engin. Do you have long arms and big hands like Uncle John? Uncle John is like, his hand is unmatchable. I'm not sure there are many guys in the world who have a hand like Uncle John at 5'10". Uncle John and Devon Lad's hands are similar, I would assume. So definitely not like Uncle John. But yeah, hands are like 8.5, 8.4, 8.4 I would say. If you measure it strictly, 8.4 inches. Forearms are not really big. Hand is big. And in the hand also the palm size is big. Not really the fingers. But my skinny fingers have good clamping strength. My wrist is weak. Like my fingers never get opened up. Wrists get buckled back whenever I arm wrestle against a great top roller. Fingers never open up. Like the amount of pressure required to open up my fingers, I would say would be twice as much compared to what is required to take my wrist. So it is always the wrist that goes, fingers never. Opinion on Derek Smith rejecting the nickname game changer given by Neil Pickup, choosing instant California bear. I when did this happen? Maybe he described those things in his recent live stream. I have not heard any of these two nicknames. And when did Neil gave him that nickname? I have not watched today's fix. I'll watch it. Missed your height question. Did anyone ask my height? 179 centimeters, just a little bit above 5'10. Yes, yes, how tall are you? Okay, I missed that. Larry should be the favorite, but always hard to bet against Khalid since he probably won't let Larry slip. Clear, Bully the Bull, very smart comment. If the match starts without the straps, Khalid Jashel all day long, 6-0. Maybe one round he'll foul out, but he will win the match for sure. If the match starts inside the straps, not even close. Larry is going to destroy Khalid Jashel. So I would say the chances of Larry beating Khalid outside of straps are much higher than Khalid beating Larry inside of straps. If it gets to the straps, there is absolutely 0% chance that Khalid is going to be able to do anything with Larry. But cannot say the same outside of straps. Maybe Larry can get a win or two. Do you think the pay per view method is safer or the sponsor only method? I think there should be both. There should be a combination of both, but the sponsors do not get much from it. If actually they do get, if you are able to release your videos a couple of days after, sponsors will still be happy because their advertisements will be integrated in the videos. So I think there should be a balance in both of these things, like pay-per-view plus sponsorships. I do not like the event that totally 100% rely on donations and pay-per-view monies. If you do not get a sponsor for a huge event where every arm wrestler is attending, I don't think we can say anything about that. Like, you could have and you should have got some sponsors if you tried. This is what my opinion is. And maybe it is about connections. Not everyone has connections. And I think Michael should contact the Segi or Seji TV, whatever it is, the guys who live streamed the Hafthor versus Eddie Hall boxing match. It was for free, such a huge event for free. So maybe they can give some advice on how they were able to achieve that feat. Like, what were the income streams for them to make it free? Like, what was the cost of license, and what are the things that go into consideration while you are selling the license to your live stream? Artem versus Coach Ray, who you got? Top dog. I've got Coach Ray in that match. Like, when Artem was going to face Uncle John, I was very clear that there is a level gap between these two. Uncle John, and I've rarely seen any of those two compete. Like, they're posting many of their matches, but to be honest, I'm not really watching that. But just from a few matches that I've watched about them, I was very clear, and I even messaged Artem that, bro, you are going to 3-0 Uncle John for sure, right? And he said, like, yeah, he was very confident because it was quite clear there was a gap between those two. Same thing with Jason Merlo. I was very clear that there is a gap between Artem and Jason Merlo. I think Jason Merlo versus Coach Ray can be good. I would favor Jason Merlo in that match. So let's say if Uncle John is a 60, Artem is a 74, then I would say Coach Ray is a 80 out of 100. So definitely going to be closer, little bit closer than the Uncle John versus Artem match, but I think he can take it comfortably. Coach Ray. It was shortly after beating Tim. Okay. I'll have to watch it. Do you ride a motorcycle? Yes, yes, yes. Josh Colbert. I am a big fan of motorcycles. Like I would love to purchase a buy a super bike in the future, and there are some bikes in my mind, but like I'm very frugal. Like before having any major expenses, I would like to be financially free in my life. So I'm at a stage where I would love to buy a motorcycle, and maybe in 1 or 2 years I can buy a motorcycle, but I'm not going to probably until I have 10 times the money available with me, whatever the cost of the motorcycle is at that time. Kawasaki Z900, Triumph Street Triple R, these are the bikes that are on my mind. Around 10 lakh Indian rupees. So, what would that be in terms of dollars? $12,000 maybe? I do not really have $12,000 right now with me. Are you saying outside of straps, Khalid has a better chances? Yes, outside of straps, I think Khalid is going to win definitely. But he may win by 5-1 or maybe even 4-2, maybe 6-0. But if the match goes in inside the straps, Larry is for sure going to win 6-0. Neil gave him the nickname long ago. Okay. But he would rather have a new one. California Bear might stick. Todd and John will win, I hope. Barry LMH. Okay. I like the question about the motorcycle. Neil gave him a nickname. Read that several weeks ago after Derek's match with Bresnan. Interesting note: California has no bears. I have read that he is 170 centimeters. If he's shorter, then I'll take it back. Coach Ray, yeah, 170. I think he's a little bit shorter than that. Maybe 170. Having connections is very important if you are a creator on YouTube. Definitely Stacy Morgan. Stacy has a lot of connections. Do you have any job outside of YouTube? Yes, I do. It takes me 8 hours almost every day if I count for 7 days on average. California has a ton of black bears, okay? Grizzly bears. Is Janice stronger than Ray? Also, is Ray has beaten Janice sometimes, but Janice almost always controls his pronator and beats him. So maybe because they are training partners and Yanis knows a lot about him. Maybe someone else who is at Coach Ray's level can beat Yanis, but probably not Coach Ray. I don't think Khalid has any chances even outside of straps. Khalid cannot King's move as well as others. One step up. So just tell me yes or no, one step up. Do you know that Larry has never pinned Khalid outside of straps? Even when Levan was in Dubai, somebody told me in the comments. After that, they practiced on the table. And even then, when Khalid did not have any training in the recent time, he was training for MMA. Even then, he was controlling Larry very easily outside of the straps. Still, Larry, I do not think Larry can slip out of Khalid's hand. You saw how much Schoolboy had to struggle just to get out of Khalid's hand, and he almost dislocated, he injured his thumb during that process. Michael Todd struggled a lot just to slip against Khalid. Larry, I don't see there is any way Larry can slip out of Khalid's hand. I feel like stylistically Coach Ray is one of those guys that are hard to predict. Bully the Bull. Big Frank, most of the live viewers didn't have anywhere to go after Ozzy and Bowen went offline. Just need a little coordination to get these live streams consecutive. Okay, many of us to go around. Yes, yes, these needs to be coordinated. They just met at Hardanger, Yanis and Ray. And Yanis beat him, right? I've seen mechanics in India. Josh Colbert. Okay. What about hooking him outside of straps? This is the big question. In my video a couple of days ago, I said that Larry maybe has 20% chances of hooking him outside of straps. Larry's cup seems to be really great. Even if he gets slightly this much cupped, it is almost impossible to top roll him after that. Like Chan Shaw couldn't do that if he got even a slight cup in his hand. So if it goes to that point, I think he's going to hook him outside of straps as well. But I think Khaled's back pressure and his cupping will be enough to turn Larry palm up or bust his wrist back. I'm not really confident if Larry can hook him outside of straps. I like fully committing to it. First of all, Larry is still going to be intimidated whenever he's going to grip up with Khalid. That is for sure. And Khalid recently had a MMA match a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days ago, and he won that match by KO. So there is absolutely no way that Khalid, after training for so much time for MMA, he was still training for arm wrestling as well. There is absolutely no way that he trained for arm wrestling during that time because he recently had a MMA fight. So Khalid was right, and there was information that Khalid was saying that to his trainers when somebody was advising him to hire a trainer or something to train for the Larry Wheels match, he clearly told the trainer or the guy who was advising him to hire a trainer that I do not need to train to beat Larry Wheels. And this is coming from a guy who has practiced with Larry Wheels many times. So what can we say about that? Just give it a thought. Pradeep, opinion please. Game changer or California beer? Neil, the claims are all. Game changer, California beer. I do not like any of those, I would say. Game changer looks good. California beer, I don't know, man. Big Frank, I joked I'm gonna start a 24/7 live stream. Okay? Like fully committing to it, not even thinking about sleeping. This is going to be the only way if it starts outside of straps. But we know that King of the Table rules. Every match goes inside the straps. So let's see how it goes. Can you elaborate on your insider information a bit? SD, it is really no auto strap anymore. All I can say that let's hope it is the truth. It can happen, but we are not so sure yet. Khalid is super arrogant. His recent video with Larry, you can see it clearly. Maybe you have to be arrogant to perform at such a high level in an aggression sport. Like you cannot be calm and joyful and playful with everyone and still compete at such high level in an sport. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there are exceptions, but I would say the general people have to be somewhat aggressive and not so kind to perform really well in strength sports. What Khalid did to Schoolboy is probably more impressive than anything Larry have done in arm wrestling. Khalid is not an easy match for Larry. For sure, for sure. We saw, like, just look at how difficult it was for Schoolboy to slip. He injured his thumb trying to do that. There are not many people who can slip against Khalid. Maybe Larry will also end up in a similar situation where he's trying to bail out and Khalid is holding on to his thumb. Maybe he'll injure Larry's thumb as well. So I think 42 minutes. I think we can go live for 10-15 minutes more. Khalid's being nice is so pretentious and fake. Yes, I would kind of agree with that. Like, but you have to portray yourself in. Like, I'm also learning on this that sometimes even if I think something is true, I believe something is true, I should not say that just because it is going to be disrespectful towards the other guy, especially if he's really high level elite. So I also need to learn on things. Maybe Khalid is going through a similar phase. Not saying that we are the same, but I'm just telling you what I feel. Which natural arm wrestler would you like to see hop on pancakes? RVJ for sure. And what other guys? Difficult question. All other grades I think are already on something. One guy is definitely going to be RVJ. And just to see where we go, just to see if it is right or not, how are obviously RVJ over exaggerates things when he says like he could beat anyone in the world if everyone in the world if he's on gear, which I definitely don't think is the case. He also believes that he's also going to be a 300 plus pounder if he gets on juice, which also I don't think is going to be true. So just to clear those things, like how far can he push his potential, I want to see him on pancakes. That's the double-edged blade. He cares too much. He unfortunately cared too much about the trolls that he changed his style. Happy to hear he is going back. If not that, then I hope they will reduce the fouls to 2 instead of 3. I personally don't like 3 foul capacity, right? It doesn't make any sense to me. By implementing running fouls, you are already making up for some unfortunate endings that might happen with two foul system. Like one guy is on one foul, then he fouls, it is a running foul so that the match can still continue. So it is still somewhat of a compensation. The matches are not going to end as quickly as they would on a regular WAF rule system. But running fouls plus three rules doesn't make sense to me. Two fouls plus running fouls make sense, or just three fouls. If you are having three fouls, I don't know what is the use of having running fouls. Like basically you're telling everyone that you can do whatever the hell you want. And one more rule that I do not understand about arm wrestling: how is a false start just a warning? It should be a clear foul. Like if it is just a warning, I'm for sure going to false start every round just to attack, just to open my opponent's arm a little bit. That rule also does not make any sense. Please tell me your thoughts about that. Like in other sports, sometimes a false start is a straightaway loss. It is not even a foul. It is a loss in some sports, a false start. And in arm wrestling, it is not even a foul. It is a warning. Just a warning. That is absolutely crazy. Devon's video uploads have stagnated. Yes, last time also against Michael Todd, I told Devon about that in my video. Like during the Michael match as well, before the Michael match, his uploads were like 2-3 uploads every day, and in last 1 or 2 months, he was uploading like one video every other day. Maybe same thing is happening right now. And I think it is important to distance yourself from social media when you are focused to perform at the highest level that you have ever performed. RVJ Juiced would be a scary dude, but he has a wonderful life and juicing probably wouldn't improve it. Okay? It could, if he has a wonderful, okay, like there is not much room for improvement. Is that what you're saying? It could mess up your own timing. What? Juice? Mickey. Like all of us, Michael's strength has a weakness. He went above and beyond for a stranger, which shows what he is really about, okay? But because of that empathy, etc., and his love for the sport, he let the. I cannot understand that the criticism mess his game up. Okay, about the Kings movie you're talking. Now it makes sense. Yes, yes, yes. I'm watching Michael Todd's. Michael shared my video 7 hours ago on his YouTube as well. Huge shout out to Pradeep over Arm Wrestling News for spreading the word. Check out the great video and give him a sub for the hard work. That is amazing. Did anyone believe that it is going to happen? Not me. Really lucky. Really lucky. 10598 and 10603. 10,603 subscribers. That is just amazing. The White Orc, Monster Michael Todd, Jack Jesus, list goes on. Okay, these are Neil Pickup's names that he has given to other guys. Hopefully Devon can get the setup advantage and beat Levan. Hopefully Devon gets everything he wants in that match. Only then that match could be close. So I hope Devon gets to do whatever the hell he wants before the match starts. Not after the match. I'm not really a fan of if when one guy is committing all the fouls and the referee is allowing him just for the sake of entertainment. I'm not really a fan of that. I'm not really a fan of messing in the setup for 5 minutes in the beginning as well. But for this match, I'm going to tell myself that Pradeep, it is okay. It is okay. Devon needs that probably. Devon joined Evan's live stream in the other night. 50,000 views. Oh my god. I don't think, maybe 1 or 2 live streams have got 10,000 views on my channel. Sagar Patil, hi bro, hi. Luca DeRose, what was that like to have an interview with Devon like you did last week? That must have been the time of your life speaking to a legend. What do you think about the Beerman and Yannick? Yes, I have not seen that. I've downloaded that match for about 30 hours, I would say, maybe even more than that. But I have not watched it yet. I will definitely watch that match. From the thumbnail, it looked like Beerman defeated Yannick. I'm not so sure about that. So yes, it was absolutely amazing to see Devon, to be able to talk to Devon. But the first experience when Devon himself invited me on his channel, that was like, that experience was not comparable with any other. This time I invited Devon to be on my channel, which was also good, really amazing experience. But I cannot compare it with the first time when he invited me on his channel, and that was the first interview I had ever done in my life. Like, I had never talked with any arm wrestler for more than 1 or 2 minutes, I would say, prior to that. Maybe I never called anyone. Maybe Paul Italia called me once, Cobra Rhodes called me once, and those were little conversations. But that was definitely my first conversation with anyone outside of India, I would say. So that was really amazing. And I did prepare for that interview as well. Great content coming from Pradeep, Billy Collins. Thank you very much, Billy. In the beginning, people were confused about Bill Collins and Billy Collins. The early warning. Coach Ray the Terrible is giving me early warning, okay? You said you would do it. Maybe it could mess your mess up your timing when you really need to go. What would I do? I'm not early warning. Is it a channel name or something? I'm not able to understand. What did I say that I'm going to do? Sorry, brother. I'm not able to keep up with my own words. You heard it here. Devon wins, okay? Mickey, let's see. What does MMT's recent left hand match prove? I think nothing. Yes, I would say Robbie Topi is not really proven entity at really high level left handed. Yes, he did give Cody Merritt, a WAF world champion, really good fight, but other than that, I've not really seen anything great for him from him. Michael Todd defeated Robbie Top in 2015 or 2016 also. Proves his left hand is better than what we thought. Okay. I usually don't really care about nicknames, but I love Jack Jesus Wagner Bortolato. Better than I thought, at least. I liked his nickname, Caveman. Caveman Christ. Neil Pickup gave that name. But Jack Jesus, right? Devon does a great interview, but so do you. I liked both of them. Thank you very. And Big Frank, during that first interview, I started interviewing Devon Led because I had so many questions, and at that time I was not so sure whether I'm going to get this opportunity again or not. So I also asked everything I wanted to ask Devon. So the for the first 20 minutes, I would say Devon was interviewing me, and for the next 40 minutes, I was interviewing Devon. He low key pissed Devon off a little at one point. I would like to know what that point was. And I would want my interviews to be little bit tough for the interviewees, for the guests. Like, they should know that Pradeep is going to ask the tough questions. Maybe not to that level, whether that one news guy was arguing with Floyd Mayweather, where they were arguing about their salaries and Manny Pacquiao fight. That interview is really famous on YouTube. I'm not going to be at that level, but my questions are definitely going to be tougher than any other interview out there in arm wrestling community. You said you only get a warning for going early. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to read your previous comment once again. The early warning. You said you do it, but maybe it could mess up your timing when you really need to go. No, when I really need to go, I'm going to wait for the referee to say go. But first time, I'm going to attempt. Like, I'm going to assume that the referee is going to say go, and I'm going to go just a little bit before that, hoping that it works. If it doesn't, well, it is fine. I'm going to wait for the referee the next time to say go. Then I'm going to go. So this is going to be my plan, and I think it should not be a warning. It should be a foul. No, bro, it's because he can't get in the right position mechanics wise to engage it. You said okay. It looks like MMT's right hand has been injured and cannot pull off a successful king's move these days. Definitely looks like his pronation is not there. He kind of made a presumption that definitely had Devon's voice tight for a minute. Like I said, I would like to know what was that. No, but it was because he can't get in the right position mechanics. At least against Devon, he never had the opportunity to go into the king's move. Pradeep, have you been able to get on the table lately? Not yet. I've got the table. So Umesh Dhruvas, guys, the guy that you may have seen compete, not compete, train with Devon Laird a few times. He's going to organize a super match as well in the future. I'm not sure what the super match was, but Be Strong Arm Wrestling. You should definitely search for it. He was good enough, kind enough to send me a table, an arm wrestling table, for absolutely free. And I haven't really made a promotion video about that till now. I've had the table for at least 2-3 weeks, I would say. And I've not made any promotion videos. And Umesh has never asked me to make a promotion video till now. So please go over to Be Strong Arm Wrestling. And the table, I think I checked its price. It was about 15,000 rupees, including shipping. That is about just a little bit over $200. Michael's biceps is weaker than Irakli, even Larry Wheels. He struggles in 100 kg strict curls, and Irakli and Larry make it easier. That is right. But in arm wrestling sense, we don't know. Bro, he just said that. Lol, what? Sagar Patil. Sagar Patil retracted a message. I did not get to read it. So thank you very much for joining, guys. How many likes do we have? Can we see the likes number? 53 likes. Okay, and now I cannot wait till 100. Maybe you guys can take the likes number to 60. That will be really helpful. If you have any other messages, I'm going to read just one more comment and then I'll be signing off. YouTube has been really great for me recently. Like, I was thinking about starting Facebook as well, uploading on Facebook as well, but I don't think it is going to work for me because I'm not sure if many people are interested in watching arm wrestling news on Facebook. Maybe I should try it. I did try it, but the videos were not working really well. I'm working on a Hindi channel as well. If by any chance any one of you is able to understand Hindi, then please subscribe to Arm Wrestling News Hindi channel. I'll be uploading there as well. Definitely need more than one income stream online. And arm wrestling in India really needs to grow. Like, nobody is doing arm wrestling news in India as well. So I might be the one to start that. Irakli has stronger biceps than Levan, so that's a silly statement. We really need to appreciate left-handed matches more. Feels like it is kind of looked down upon. And nobody is to be blamed for that. Because 90% people in the world are right-handed. So of course they are going to compete right-handed. They are going to watch more arm wrestling right-handed. So you cannot really blame. I'm also a left-handed and I'm totally okay with that. I know if we are the minority, only 10%, we cannot really ask for equality in such terms in arm wrestling. Sagar Patil, already? Another great stream, Pradeep. Have an awesome day. Thank you, Stacy. It's like heavyweights versus smaller classes, but way more pronounced. MMT and his crew are doing an excellent job. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Big Frank, for constantly supporting this chat in this live stream. I cannot appreciate it enough. Yeah, okay, do it. Do what? I'm lefty. Okay, so you want a match against me? Please DM me. Maybe we can make it work out. 59 likes. Just one more like before we go. Thank you very much, guys. 59 minutes, 59 likes. I'm going to end it now. Thank you very much for joining. Subscribe if you haven't already. Awesome stuff coming up in arm wrestling world. And I'm the luckiest guy out there.